Hello, my name is Christina Harper. I either go by Chris or Chrissy. At work, they call me Chris, and my parents call me Chrissy. And of course, my government name is Christina. I do currently live in Fort Worth, Texas. The time zone that I do live in is Central Time. I know out in Texas we have two. We have Mountain Time and Central Time, but I'm in Central Time zone. So at the moment, it's 9:29. I want to know where you guys are from because we're all doing this online. We're all here for one objective, and that's to become sterile processors. Currently, I am a phlebotomist. I've been a phlebotomist since 2015. Beginning in the medical field, I was a medical assistant at a neurologist's office. And at that time, being young, it was kind of sad to me because people who had epilepsy or they just had something going on mentally or with their spine, it would just get to me. I think it bothered me the most, so I had to go behind the scenes. I love to talk to people. I am down to earth, but when it came to that at a young age, it did make me sad. Just knowing somebody had 5 seizures in one day was a lot for me because I wasn't aware that those things happen because I don't have seizures. So just to know that somebody was having that many seizures was a lot for me to grasp the concept of. And so I had to go behind all the action of knowing information like that. And that's when I became a phlebotomist. Currently, what I do know about sterile processing is we will sterilize and clean the instruments. I do work at an OBGYN office, and so we kind of sterilize our instruments in-house just because if they're doing a PAP, if they're putting in an IUD, if they're doing a skin tag removal, if they're putting birth control in the org, if it's anything like that, we will sterilize, clean the instruments, and make sure they're okay and clean for the next patient. Because even if it's a minor surgery, we still have to make sure it's done correctly. Even if it's in-house and it's at our clinic, it still needs to be done correctly. Central Supply, I believe that's the employees that come to different floors bringing supplies such as IV kits. You have the saline bags, you have the band-aids, you have the gauze, you have the vomit bags, you have the socks, you have the diapers, you have the pull-ups, you have everything that your patient would need on that floor because everybody requires something different. Some people are allergic to adhesive, some people aren't, some people they have like a skin tear. So sometimes something that's put the band-aid on will rip off somebody's skin. So you find different ways, and that's when the supplies comes in. With the operating room, I'm not familiar about the operating room. I just know that that's where surgeries go on. I've had 2 surgeries in my lifetime. Well, a procedure and a surgery. And so I'm not really familiar. I was always under anesthesia, so when I woke up, I never knew. What inspired me to do sterile processing, I did have a friend I used to work with at Medical City. He was a sterile processor for 3 years. After those 3 years, he kind of disappeared, and I wondered if he left or if he quit. And I texted him one day, and he said he went back to school to do surgical tech. And that's when he told me that he gets to be in the surgery room. He's handing instruments over, and he already had that experience from sterile processing to where he knew what instruments were what they were used for, how to clean them. So that kind of gave him the foot in the door with the knowledge of knowing about surgical tech. So that kind of inspired me because I love knowing what's next in the medical field because there's so many jobs and so many duties that everybody does, and we all come together as a team to make sure the one objective, which is patient care, is being done. Even something simple as sterile processing, making sure that the instruments are cleaned correctly, the decontamination process is done properly, making sure everything is packaged, clean correctly. That's patient care. We're making sure the patients are safe and making sure everything is clean for the next patient to use. So the surgeons aren't worried that, let's see, a scalpel is dirty, has still dry blood on it. It's just a lot of things that go along with different jobs in the medical field that everybody has different duties. So it's exciting to see what's next and what I can learn from doing sterile processing. Two fun facts about me. I do love to kayak and I do love to sleep. And one more, just for fun, I do love watching Law and Order. Olivia Benson, I love you. If you see this, I grew up watching Law and Order, Criminal Minds, Perry Mason. My parents were kind of the mystery. They want to see what's next, if they can solve it. It was just always something going on in my household dealing with mystery. We would play hide and seek, like a scavenger hunt. We would do things like that. It's just to play with our minds, to get us, going to want more. If money were no object, where would I travel to? I think I would go to Japan. I'm very open-minded and I would love to see what goes on in different cultures, because out here in Texas is, hey y'all, what you doing? It's always something, so I want to see what the world has to offer, and I think Japan will be the place I would love to go. I think just seeing the culture, the education, the jobs, trying the food. Oh my goodness, I love to eat. I'm very open-minded when it comes to food, so I think I would enjoy it. That in Europe, I think I would love to do that, go on a few cruises. It's hard for me to say few just because my nose is stopped up. If you know, out here in Texas, the weather switches from hot to cold to rain to sleet and snow. And so my allergies are bothering me. It's been a lot of rain and humidity since the tropical storm. The aftermath did come this way, so it's been stopping my nose up. But just like that, everything always comes to an end. I cannot wait to watch you guys' videos of you introducing yourself. I would love to know who's in class with me, because all we do is read each other response and talk to each other through the computer. So I would love to see what you guys are doing, where you're from, your fun facts, and why you wanted to go to school for sterile processing. I think that's amazing that we're all here to reach one goal, and that's to go further in our careers in sterile processing. So I'm excited to see what you guys have to offer and what's new in life. But I'll see you later. Have a good evening.